Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I've mentioned the word coiling, right, before. So let's have a discussion about coiling this morning. I've actually, for the first time, pre-done something. And because woke up this morning, drank a little coffee, and I was thinking, like, how do you explain coiling? Well, you know what a slinky is. Well, some of you know what a slinky is, right? So you know how it's all coiled up. But when you stretch it out, it goes like 100 times longer than it is, right? However many times. I think it closes to like 4 inches and it stretches to like 10 feet, whatever it does. Something like that, right? So, see this here. This is I'm just going to show you coiling, just a way to look at it and how it works, and then a way to almost figure a price target off of it. Okay. Um, it actually comes out to some other ways to figure a price target as well, which is the falling wedge we're in, and I'll show you that comparison. Um, and it's almost identical, okay? So I've actually pre-done something for you. So let's just push forward. So what I'm doing is taking a measurement from here, a measurement on the dip, a measurement to here, from the dip up, a measurement back to the dip, a measurement here, and a measurement here, and a measurement here, and a measurement here, right? Measurement 1, measurement 2, measurement 3, measurement 4, measurement 5. Keep going. Okay, get it? Okay, so then from there, what do? All right, let's bring this over here. So then see all those numbers? 25%. Is this gonna, yeah, so let's go here. We're just gonna go, see the first one, 25% plus 7%, let's call it 6.9 plus 25% again, plus 11% plus 11% plus 18%, right? Plus 22% plus 16.74. Well, let's just go to 17% because we skipped some minor percentages there, right? So did I get it right? 25, 6, 25, 11, 11, 18, 22, 17. Yes. So if I put all those together, right, you get 136%. All right. Let me show you something else. Okay, so your breakout here, see the top of this would have been this range. Top of this range is right around 348, and then you could say the candle body was at 343, and you could say you lifted off from 291. Let's just say 343, roughly, right? 343 plus what? 136%. 809, right? So all that coiling you went through, first you made a bottom, you made a low, right? And all that coiling gave you an 809 price target. And you exceeded it, right? So that's how coiling works, right? And then let me go over to current. Just that when I'm saying it's coiling, like you could do it this way too. And say, look, 5%, 5, 10%, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 45%, and then you fell from 428 to 2, right? You could probably add up this the same way. All these percentages. I'm not going to do it, but that's something we could look at in the future and go over. So let's go to current day and see where we're at on our coiling. Oh, look at that. So these are all the measured percentages. Did I get them all? Pretty much. I left out maybe like this tiny like dip here, but I've got close enough, right? So let's start over. let's take all those percentages. We're going to start here. Just going to add 108, 27, 24, right? 108 plus 27 plus 24 plus 27 plus 77 plus 22 plus 70 plus 41 plus 32 plus 28 plus 62 plus 19 plus 44 plus 19. Let's go back and review. We have 108%, 27%, 24%, 27%, 77%, 22%, 70%, 41%, 32%, 28%, 62%, 19%, 44%, and minus 19%. Okay, that equals, don't tell me, go back. Oh, give me a break. Okay, AI, go back. I think I have it on here somewhere else. Go back, go forward. No. Okay, then I'm going to do it quick. 108 plus 27 plus 24 plus 27 plus 77 plus 22 plus 70 plus 41 plus 32 plus 60 plus 18 plus 44 plus 19. Yeah, I didn't have that right. Should be about 594. 601, that's fine. So 108 plus 27 plus 24 plus 27 plus 77 plus 22 plus 70 plus 41 plus 32 plus 28 plus 62 plus 19 plus 44 plus 19. Yeah, 601. So what's our breakout on this one? About 287, right? So 601%, 287. 287 plus 601%, $20.11. I mean, I could say 305, right, too? Or 308 even. Let's say 308. 601, oops, 601%. 2159, folks. Okay, let me go over here. 2159. 2159. Okay, folks, the same thing. Let's go over here. And just to go over this is our weekly chart, right? So let's go back 10 years. And you see how you've been in this falling wedge on the weekly. And guess what happened last week on a weekly basis? You broke out and back tested perfect. The trend and the pivot perfect. And so that's usually what holds you up. You're wondering, like, why can't we moon? Well, you can't moon off air, guys. You can't break out. So you pushed off this lower trend line, and then you start hitting the top. You hit it once, you hit it twice, and then you pull back. Now 3 times is always the break of the pivot, and then the back test here. You can't push off of air unless you're down here, but you pushed off a moving average. And then you pushed off the lower trend line. Now you're going to push off the higher trend line, correct? All right, moving on, let's go over why that coiling matches some other work. So when you're in a falling wedge, what do you do to take the price target? Well, you take the price is tagged here, so it's validated this triangle. It's also tagged the top of the triangle. So you can take the price target from here. And where do you put that? You put that on the breakout. Well, let's just put it on the back test. So you put it on the back test and you've still got, I don't know, 36 bucks right here on this. See this Ichimoku? I would take these are Ichimoku resistances, by the way, guys. So first you break out. These are levels of resistance. So let's take, I don't want that on my chart. So let's go over here, but let's use the chart. So each one of these levels, let's put on our seeker. See that level? 407. See that level? 730, let's get it a little more accurate. 721 today, which also matches perfectly with this trend line, right? Look at this downtrending, sloping line. So are we gonna break? Most likely you break over this, break through that, overshoot it, and then come back and back test this line, right? Or maybe go under this line a few more times. But you have, see, here's the thing. In 2021, see this line? You fell down, you false broke through it, right? And then you fell back through it. So you false broke, so you've tried to break it once. You tried again here. You've tried again here. And now you've broken back tested here. So this line's done, right? It's gone. It's annihilated. We just back tested it. So let's look at this top trend line at that 721, right? So you've come down, you've made an all-time high, you've hit it once, twice, and I think these were all halts. 3 times, and then you pierced it a 4th time, and then you just gave way and fell all the way back through this one. And since you've hit this trend line once, twice, 3 times, and now the back test and go. So yeah, you do have some hits here historically, and do those help? Maybe, yeah. I think any hits on a trend line help. And I think the fact that you've already pierced it means that you'll probably go through it, at least originally, right? And if you get up here and you got this Ichimoku cloud here, and you're going to go through that and be squeezing at 721, and it's like a dual convergence right here at 726, 721. Look, let me line it up to next week's trading. This trend line roughly is 763, the Ichimoku is 721. So that would be your zone. You'll overshoot it no matter what. You'll pierce this, in my opinion. Okay, you have your next pivot here, right here, from 2021, this big zone. It's right around, what do you know, 2394. That's your bull bear major pivot, right? So remember we took that measurement for the falling wedge. Let's look at, and we wanted to confirm, this is 32 bucks, guys, this Ichimoku. I think this thing's going to 34, by the way. That's 33.10 on the top. This little hump looks like it's around 33.10. Yeah, it's hard to look. You could say it's 33.74. You could say the low end is 32.48. And then you have this next level, Ichimoku 44, right? And then this little skinny, that's 49. So these are all levels, guys. So look, when the Ichimoku was falling, we broke through it last time. Where did we go? We went to right where see that little skinny part is? That would be this little skinny part right here. That would be somewhere between 56 and 48. Because we were down here, we broke right to, well, there was one little skinny part here, but the real skinny, like the downfalling skinny part, was here. So we have one skinny part here, and the downtrending skinny part is here, somewhere in the 57 to 47 range, if we did historically, right? So those are some things to look at. So I would say, from my opinion, whatever this week, we've broken back tested. So in my opinion, you can gap up and go anywhere you want. The next level to look at is sevens, right? Let's just say sevens. And then after sevens, you've got 21s on the coiling, right? Remember the coiling add up is 21s, but you had 850 on the coiling back in 2024, right? 850. So you overshot that to 12 bucks. So if we have 21s on the coiling, I think you could safely say you could overshoot that to 32 to 34, right? Right? According to what happened in 2024, you overshot 850 on it, which was your kind of coiling target. But that's some different ways to look at things. If you really like to be nerdy and pull it apart and just say, how many ways can I reassure myself we're going to at least 20? after we break 7, right? See, there's this big waterfall here, and see this one here, and see this one here. So our first level actually would be 403, right? Then from there you go to the 7s, and then from there you go straight up to like 30, 21 to 34. There you go, guys. You're welcome. Best of luck to everybody next week. There's some other things that are going on that are positive in the background right now that I'm going to share in a members video later, probably by tonight. I'll put out one last video before next week. Take care.